as a kid, he used to stutter. Only got love from my mother, but that's changed now. Niggas been
I am back. I got my phone up here as my fake viewfinder, but anyway. I have some whipped cream for my latte. So we're just gonna get cozy and comfortable today. We are talking about Maya Wilkes. Let me just grab my latte. Guys, if you tuned into last week's episode, you would have seen that last week's / this week's episode, you would have seen that I was talking about Tony Childs from Girlfriends. Today, I'm gonna talk to you guys about Maya Wilkes. This is the second episode of my 4-part series /5. I think about doing William, but the 4 main girlfriends on the show Girlfriends, that's currently on Netflix UK. I'm just gonna do my review on Maya Wilkes. Anyways, so let's get into it. Just give a bit of background on Maya. So Maya is quite brash. She is loud, unexpressive. She is currently, well, at this point in the series. Actually, no, let's talk about the beginning because I don't want to spoil anything, but oh wow, spoiler. She's married to Darnell, her high school sweetheart. They fell in love and they also got pregnant with Jabari at 16. So I think they just decided to get married based off of that. So she put her life dreams on pause because of that. I can't remember. I didn't know I was gonna do this kind of video until like 2 weeks ago. So I wasn't taking notes at the beginning of seasons, like seasons 1 through 6. So I can't remember if Maya actually dreamed on becoming an authoress, which she becomes in due time, like around season 7, season 6. Maya is the most religious one out of the group. She's not self-proclaimed, but it talks a lot about being a Baptist Christian. Grew up in Compton, in the hood. She's classed by many as ghetto and quite abrasive and stuff, but I don't think Maya is ghetto, but we'll get into that. She played into quite a few black stereotypes, and she was like quite a big conspiracy theorist, which I found interesting and I kind of liked because I can be quite a conspiracy theorist as well. But I liked how she like talked about the government a lot. She talked about like how black people a lot and like growing up, just being black and like how people conspiring against you, which is actually the truth. Like that is not a fake conspiracy. Like the system is against us. But anyway, that's for another video. So Maya starts off as Joan's assistant in not Joan's law firm, but the law firm that Joan works in. She's Joan's personal assistant. She later becomes William's personal assistant, but that's how she gets introduced into the Girlfriends clan. Whereas Joan, Tony, and Lynn all met at college. They've known each other for much longer than Maya. But over time, like you see, Maya just fits right in. Like she's a breath of fresh air. I feel like she's something new. She is needed in the group. I feel like they needed a girl like her in the group. When I was watching other reviews, a lot of people described her as that girl around the way, which I'm guessing is like the girl next door type thing. When she was Joan's personal assistant, I feel like Maya was actually quite unprofessional. Like there was one episode where I forgot his name in real life, but he's like quite popular black American, like African American figure, like for civil rights people, that kind of thing. Like he's into, I think it's casted as one of those stereotypical black girls, like her mum's a single mom, she had Jabari at 16, and all that stuff, and like some of the stuff that she says, some of the way that she acts is quite like lower class and compared to the way Tony likes to act. I want to add on though, when Tony did leave in season 6, Maya stepped up. Like Maya was a main character by default, like she's one of the 4 girlfriends and like in the intro and everything. But she was kind of not in Tony's shadow. Like stepped up, like I just became so focused on Maya. Like Lynn's little music career, like it's kind of like a side story to me. Joan trying to find a man, like that's a given. Like we'll get to Joan when we get to Joan, but that was boring me. It's been boring me since the beginning. Like Joan self-sabotaging and like not being able to keep a good man, not even being able to keep a bad man. Annoying. Started peeling off a lot of layers when it came to Maya. Like yeah, started uncovering a few things, like deeper issues. When they'd link up to their mothers' meetings, I feel like Maya would always, she'd be like, oh yeah, everything's okay, like everything's okay type thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm good, honey, like I'm married, oh Jabari, oh my book's doing well. But like when Tony left, we got to see Maya exposed a bit more, and that's, it was nice to see her vulnerable. It was nice to see like, okay, yeah, she's this strong black sassy, like, oh hell no type thing. But it's like, no, like, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I keep saying we'll get to that, but we actually will. But I have a list. Anyway, layers that were uncovered were the fact that Maya and Darnell probably rushed into their marriage. So this is Maya and Darnell right now. So Maya rushed, I feel like Maya rushed into her marriage with Darnell at the age of 16. Well, duh, like they were literally kids and they were having a kid, and I feel like their family must have pressured them and been like, well, you lot need to marry because, you know, it's bread. I've had my contacts in all day and my eye gets irritated when they're in for too long, but I just had a lot going on today. Like I vlogged like me cooking today, I'm doing this now, but here we are anyway. Maya and Darnell, even though they had a kid, it would have been better if they'd co-parented and like grown to know each other more, like at secondary school or whatever they call it, elementary school, whatever, high school. You don't know each other enough to get married at 16 or whatever age they got married at, so young. Like I wish that there wasn't that pressure to just get married just because you have a kid together and just because you love each other. Like love will not carry the marriage, and we see the cracks start to show when Maya wants to do her thing and she wants to go to college and do what she wants to do that she didn't get to do because of Jabari. I'm not saying that having a child young destroy your future, but it disrupted what she had going on at the time. Darnell starts to be like, no, but we're going to focus on my business. I want to open up a garage with my friend Peanut and them. That's what they call Peanut, like Darnell's best friend. And Maya's like, but what about me? Like, I want to, you know, I want to go to college. I want to like have something to fall back on. I want to have something for my own. Like, I've always wanted to be educated to a higher level. And they kind of like have disputes about that. And then at work, Maya starts emotionally cheating with this guy called Stan. And it gets a bit deep, like they never sleep together or anything, but they do kiss. When Maya, we've actually got to stop. Like, I love Darnell, I am actually married, this is cheating. As much as we're not sleeping together, I don't want to like emotionally cheat on my husband anymore. Stan basically befriends Darnell. He's petty. Knew that Maya was married, that's the thing. So he befriends Darnell. Then it gets to a point where he's like almost blackmailing Maya, and he's kind of like, well, I can drop it, I can drop the tea anytime type thing. And Maya's like, what the hell have I got myself into, basically? Like, this guy's a creep, like, you know what I mean? And then, not that she should have been doing what she's doing, but it's like, okay, I called it off before anything got too much, and you're here trying to befriend my husband to get back at me. Like, yeah. Very girly behaviour. Anyway, later down the line, it ends up coming out that Darnell has heard a voicemail on the phone from Stan, and Maya just tells Darnell like, yeah, like me and Stan, and they basically divorce or separate. They separate for I think 2 years, and it's just like the fact that Darnell couldn't attend to Maya's needs. It's not an excuse, but it's a factor. It's a causation, or if that's a word, of why the marriage started to. And why she started like seeking pleasure and seeking some sort of fulfillment from Stan. It's good that they separated and that she cheated, but it was good that she got that time to explore what she liked. Like she dated, I think she dated like 2 or 3 guys, and she got to like explore herself a bit more, and like she got to know what she likes. Like I'm pretty sure Darnell was her first and her only, like, and then she just got pregnant, and it was kind of like, okay, well, let's get married type thing. But I think during that 2-year break, she was able to find herself a bit more, without having like a husband's opinion. Like I don't think she was ready for all of that. I don't think she was ready to be a wife. But anyway, they end up getting back together, and their relationship is way more complex. It's not just like, oh, the husband goes to work, makes the money, Maya comes home, she's a PA, we have a son, let's just do happy families. Like, Maya becomes an authoress, as I said, and she has a lot of things going for her, and a lot of other things start coming up, like they move to a white neighborhood when Maya gets a bit more money from her books, and when Darnell starts working for NASCAR. Maya unfortunately has a miscarriage in season 8. She has a miscarriage, and it just shows how out of tune they were. Like Maya was like, okay, let me just be strong and get over it type thing, and Darnell would like be crying and stuff like that. And then it kind of switched when Darnell was not over it. When Darnell was like past his emotional stage, Maya started taking speed and taking drugs and stuff like that. Like the risks that come along with pregnancy as a black woman in the Western world anyway is actually quite a prevalent issue, and I feel like it's good that it was brought to light at that time, like in 2000, because we are still facing the same issues here. Like there's been multiple women that have issues with the NHS and other health organizations that just don't protect us and just don't care about us. We're prone to getting fibroids, and that can really affect like our reproductive health. And Maya actually has fibroids. We find it out like in the mid-seasons. Like we find it out ages ago, and that's probably contributes to her miscarriage when she tries to have a little girl. Bad situations, but it propels Maya and Darnell into an adult relationship, not this high school puppy dog love, covering things with sex type relationship. Like no, a lot of nitty gritty things happen as an adult where you need to like, you have to communicate, you need to like be friends, you need to build like a solid basis. It can't just be, oh yeah, we had a kid, so let's get married. And I think that a lot of these situations threw them into adult life, and they did that together, which made them strong, and that's why they're still together up until where I am anyway. Guys, I can't believe I haven't finished it. End of the day, Maya was not ashamed of who she was. Maya was authentic, same as I said as Tony. There's a lot we can learn from Maya, like making something out of nothing, something that seems like you can't bounce back from having a kid at 16 as a black woman living in Compton. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you've taken something from Maya's tenacity and ability to keep going even when she was going through separation with her husband, miscarriage, fibroids, all those quite distressing and traumatizing situations. I hope you can all be a bit like Maya, be true to ourselves and not change because we have like people in our lives telling us it's not good enough to be a certain way. Tune in for the next one. Next week I'm going to be talking about Lynn. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to this video, share it everywhere, turn on that notification button so you don't miss the next one or any other uploads. I'm going to be uploading that vlog soon, so make sure you want to be in tune for that one too, so you guys can learn how to make that amazing food. It was amazing, like my family loved it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. See you soon.